Are you struggling to find your voice for YouTube? Maybe you have great ideas. Maybe you already know what kind of videos you want to create. Maybe you've even written a script, picked a topic, and imagined your channel growing. But then comes the hard part. You have to record your voice. And suddenly, everything becomes more complicated. Your microphone sounds bad. There is background noise. You don't like how your voice sounds. You make mistakes while recording. You repeat the same sentence 10 times. And after all that, you still have to edit the audio. This is one of the biggest reasons people never start their YouTube channel. Not because they don't have ideas. Not because they don't want to create. But because recording a voiceover feels uncomfortable, stressful, and time-consuming. And the truth is, you are not alone. Thousands of aspiring YouTube creators face the exact same problem. They want to make videos, but they don't want to sit in front of a microphone for hours. They don't want to buy expensive audio equipment. They don't want to learn complicated editing software. And they definitely don't want to hear background noise, awkward pauses, and low-quality audio in their final video. But what if there was a simpler way? What if you could take your script, paste it into a tool, choose a realistic voice, and instantly create a professional-sounding voiceover? What if you could make YouTube videos without recording your own voice at all? That's where Vocallab.ai comes in. Vocallab.ai is an AI voice tool designed to help creators turn text into realistic audio. Instead of spending hours recording, editing, and fixing mistakes, you can simply type your text, choose a voice, and generate audio for your video. It's simple. You write your script. You paste it into Vocallab.ai. You choose the voice that fits your video. Then you generate the audio. That's it. No expensive microphone. No studio. No complicated setup. No need to be an audio expert. For YouTube creators, this can completely change the workflow. Think about how many people want to start faceless YouTube channels. Channels about technology, finance, motivation, storytelling, gaming, product reviews, tutorials, documentaries, AI tools, and more. A lot of these channels don't need a person on camera. They just need a strong script, good visuals, and a clear voiceover. But the voiceover is important. A bad voiceover can make people leave the video immediately. It can make the content feel cheap, boring, or hard to watch. Even if the information is good, poor audio can destroy the viewer experience. On the other hand, a clean and confident voiceover can make a video feel more professional. It can help people stay longer, understand the message better, and trust the content more. That's why an AI voice generator can be such a powerful tool. With Vocallab.ai, you don't have to worry about how your own voice sounds. You don't have to worry about recording in a quiet room. You don't have to stop every time you make a mistake. You can just focus on the message. And for new creators, that is huge. Because the hardest part of YouTube is not always making the perfect video. The hardest part is actually publishing. A lot of people spend weeks thinking about their first video. They rewrite the script again and again. They worry about sounding weird. They worry about their accent. They worry that people will judge them. And in the end, they never upload anything. But with a tool like Vocallab.ai, you remove one of the biggest barriers. You don't need to be confident on camera. You don't need to love your own voice. You don't need to wait until you buy better equipment. You can start with just an idea and a script. That means you can create faster. Instead of recording the same paragraph multiple times, you can edit the text and generate a new version. Instead of spending hours fixing audio problems, you can focus on improving your script, choosing better visuals, and making the video more interesting. This is especially useful for creators who want to post consistently. Because on YouTube, consistency matters. One video is not enough. You need to keep creating, testing ideas, learning from your audience, and improving over time. But if every video takes forever to record and edit, it becomes very easy to quit. Vocallab.ai helps make the process easier. You can create voiceovers for long YouTube videos, short videos, tutorials, explainer content, ads, social media clips, and faceless channels. For example, imagine you want to create a video called Top 5 AI Tools for YouTube Creators. But with Vocallab.ai, the process is much simpler. You write the script. You generate the voiceover. You add it to your video editor. Then you build the video around it. That's a much faster way to create content. And speed matters because YouTube is competitive. A good microphone can cost money. A quiet room is not always available. Audio editing software can be confusing. And even with all the equipment, recording still takes time. Vocallab.ai gives beginners a way to start without all that. No microphone. No studio. No voice training. No audio experience. Just text to voice. Maybe you want to test a new niche. Maybe you want to make shorts. AI voice tools can help with that. And what makes Vocallab.ai interesting is that it feels easy to use. Some tools are powerful, but they are confusing. You open them and immediately feel lost. There are too many buttons, too many settings, and too many steps. But for content creation, simple is better. Creators don't want to spend all day figuring out software. They want to create. Vocallab.ai helps you move from idea to finished voiceover quickly. And that is the main reason I think it stands out. It is not just about creating an AI voice. It is about making the whole process less stressful. That shift is important. Vocallab.ai can also help people who are shy about using their own voice. Some people want to create privately. Some people want to build a faceless brand. And that is completely fine. The key is whether the content is useful, interesting, and easy to watch. Of course, AI voice is not magic. You still need a good script. You still need a good topic. So, who is Vocallab.ai best for? The biggest benefit is simple. Vocallab.ai helps you go from script to voiceover quickly. You can add stock footage. You can add screenshots. You can add captions. You can add music. You can add simple transitions. And suddenly, your idea becomes a real YouTube video. That is powerful. They fail because they never start. They wait for the perfect microphone. They wait for the perfect voice. They wait for the perfect setup. They wait until they feel ready. But the truth is, you get better by creating. And tools like Vocallab.ai make it easier to create your first video, your second video, and your 10th video. You don't need a studio. You don't need an expensive microphone. You don't need to be an audio expert. You just need an idea, a script, and a tool that can bring your words to life. That tool is Vocallab.ai. So here is the final thought: don't let your voice hold you back from creating. Your ideas matter. Your message matters. And now, with AI voice tools, you have a much easier way to turn those ideas into real videos. Visit Vocallab.ai, try it with your own script, generate your first voiceover, and see how simple content creation can be. Because starting a YouTube channel doesn't have to be complicated anymore. No studio. No microphone. No stress. Just your idea, your script, and Vocallab.ai.